So guys, with 2024 quickly coming to an end, I figured it was the perfect time to go over my favorite tools of the year. So guys, it's time again for the top tools of the year, this time for 2024, continuing the tradition I started last year with top tools of 2023. So without further ado, let's get into it because we've got a lot more tools to cover this year than last year. Starting off with the diagnostics here, the Phoenix Max is still top on the list, and it's on here again because I've just added the heavy-duty software and cables to it. So it's opened up a new world of diagnostics to me, with me being able to get into my Freightliner Snap-on truck and some other medium to heavy-duty vehicles. So it's been a phenomenal upgrade for me there. The Topdon Phoenix Max is still one of my favorite tools of all time and has not given me any issues or let me down whatsoever. Another diagnostic tool I've been trying out, demoing this year, is the Zenith here, the Z7, and it is pretty good, to say the least. And we will do a full review of it later on in 2025, but so far really liking what I'm getting out of it at the price point and what you get with it. And then lastly, as far as diagnostics, we're going to look at the GearWrench here, their entry into diagnostics. We looked at it at SEMA, and we have their dongle here. This is the Pro dongle, and for the price point and what it gives you as a Subaru owner, this is money in the bank, because at the price point of I think 160, 150 bucks, the ability to go ahead and do a learn process on the CVT. This is the cheapest scan tool out there to get that service done, and is going to be great for you DIYers. Moving on, we have a product from Topdon once again, and it's the JS3000. This is a phenomenal lithium jump starter. Here's my hand for size, but this thing has saved me more times than I can count out on the farm and working on vehicles, jumping off my equipment, my Duramax, even the Snap-on trucks, Cummins. It is a phenomenal jump box for the price and has a lot of capacity built into it. Moving on, again, we've got Sure Shot. You guys see this red can in nearly every single repair videos. I absolutely love my Sure Shot cans. I actually got to meet the people behind Sure Shot at SEMA this year, finally. Phenomenal people and a USA-made product. Always like to support USA-made. And they sent me one of their tactical versions back here in Desert Tan. They also have OD Green. And with the tactical versions here, parts of the proceeds will be donated to the Independence Fund that helps out catastrophically wounded veterans. So helping a good cause and buying a USA product and supporting a US company. Next up is one of the coolest tools, brand new for the year, and actually is a brand new tool for 2024, and that is the Vessel cordless ratchet here. It is basically the size of a standard mechanical ratchet, shrank down way more so than your traditional cordless ratchets, and we haven't done a full review of this in the YouTube videos here, but we have covered it in shorts and reels and things like that. So another one that I'm really super excited about. Should see it around summertime for the U.S. market. I ordered this one in from Japan, where it's only been released at the Japanese market. Next up, we got something from Cornwell, although it's really not a Cornwell tool. I think it's a Vim rebrand, and that's the wrench extender here that lets you get more leverage securely on your wrenches when using the open or box end on your combos, compared to double wrenching or putting a pipe over it. Pretty affordable little wrench extender. Wrench extenders as a whole are a super handy tool to have, and it's one of my favorite tools for the year. Now, one thing we don't talk about a ton is PPE, and these have got to be the best safety glasses I've ever owned from Milwaukee. As you can see, they are well and true beat up. I've used these for several years now. They're the anti-fog, and these are the most comfortable safety glasses I've ever used. A lot of times safety glasses aren't comfortable. They aggravate you, they fog up, especially in the summertime, sweat, all that, and in the wintertime when it's cold. But these have been phenomenal. They're so comfortable. I lots of times leave and forget that I have them on my face until I get to the house. And they're just great, super affordable. You can find them at Home Depot, AcmeTools.com, all over the place. Really, really great safety glasses. And they come in different, they have tinted, clear, amber, and they have different configurations and shapes of lenses on them as well. Moving on, we have Impact Poly Hammers out of Canada, and these I've been using for about 6 months or so now. This is a new tool to me for the year of 2024. Some of these are not, but these are. Again, they are coming out of Canada. They're very well made. I believe it's a family-owned small company, and these saw-face dead blows in testing have showed to hold up better than the red tool truck. So been really impressed with them so far. Use them a lot, and they've been great so far in my usages. Next up, we've got Grip Edge, and of course, Grip Edge had to make the list. We've talked about Grip Edge products a lot on the channel, and you know I love their products, and the Grip Edge extractor sockets here are my favorite tool this year as far as extractors go. You hammer them on there, they bite in either direction. If you have to reuse a mangled bolt because you're on the side of the road or out in the field and just can't replace it, you can tighten and torque the back down with this, whereas your traditional twist socket or turbo socket will only remove a rounded bolt sometimes, but it definitely won't put it back on. I actually tested these on a Tahoe hub bolt and torqued it to 133 foot-pounds with one of these. And the other great thing about these are the threads in the back of the socket with the forcing screws. So when that bolt is hammered on and stuck in the socket, all you gotta do is put that forcing screw in there, tighten it up, and push that obstruction back out of the socket. You don't have to take it to the vise and beat it out with a punch or chisel and be aggravated. It's just such a great system, honestly. Moving on, we have from Milwaukee's Forge batteries, the 12-0 finally released. Phenomenal battery, tons of power, good runtime, and lots of cooling, and charges super fast, as well as the high output versions of the M12 batteries and the XC50 high output and the 2.5 CP. Phenomenal batteries as well there, as well as the new second generation of the stubby here. I've got the 1/2 inch and the 3/8, and the power upgrade is just insane on these for an impact of this size. It's insane the kind of power you get out of them, and the versatility of it due to the compact size and where you can get it into and uses for it. It's just been great. And of course, Milwaukee is always leading the charge in innovation when it comes to power tools and cordless. Moving on from there, we've got our brand Knipex, the best German pliers that you can find anywhere, with the new twin grips in 3 sizes. So we had the traditional twin grip here that came out I believe last year, and the 200 millimeter, and now they've given us the 5 inch and the larger. Phenomenal screw extraction pliers. Anytime you have a rounded off screw and you just can't get out any other method, or a bolt or a nut, these things grab on at the tip there and we'll pull it right out of there. Another one that I haven't really used a lot in the automotive field is their mini bolt cutter pliers. Now I use these a ton on the farm, cutting barbed wire, doing fencing work. They give you a ton of power here at the jaw without a lot of stress and strain on the handles in your hands. And I've had this one here for probably 3 or 4 years now. Absolutely love it. Great for carrying around in the pocket. Again, for cutting barbed wire, all the kind of uses on the farm. But they also have it in the 2 larger sizes, which recently just picked up. And these things will cut a lot and will do so very easily without a lot of strain and stress on your hands. Moving on from there, still in the world of pliers, we've got the Mary pliers. We saw these, I don't know, 2-3 years ago, and I picked them up. Phenomenal electrical disconnect pliers, but we've picked up a few more this year from Mary in the form of their clip and trim tools. And just like everything else from Japan, everything else from Mary, not disappointed whatsoever. These are great for getting those plastic push pins up. These are great for the slim and flush mounted ones for popping them right up. Super thin jaw. Have the screw in there to set how wide or how small you can clamp down so you don't accidentally cut the head off one of those plastic push pins. But super affordable, super great quality, and really great in functionality. Next up, we've got from Koken, one of my favorite Japanese brands, Their new super shallow impact sockets, both in 1/2 inch and 3/8 inch drive, just giving you more options for socketry items. As always, Koken has always been known for their socketry items and always offering more than anyone else. So just having these super shallows to get into those areas, really good combo with the new stubbies from Milwaukee for getting in those compact spaces where a traditional shallow socket just won't get into. On to the next thing. We got to brighten up our day. We need to get some light on our work. And as I push 40 years old, very quickly, light is a big deal for me. So GearWrench recently sent out this light here with their diagnostic kit. And I used it just last night on a Chevy Tahoe, replacing a heater hose in the dark. You know, time has changed. It gets dark very early. And this was a great light, super bright, really good run time. Along with that, we've got some headlamps here. Now, for years, I was never a headlamp guy. I couldn't get into it. But again, as I'm pushing 40 years of age and the eyesight isn't so great, I have started adopting the usage of these headlamps, especially, again, now that time has changed and it's dark at 5:30. So the Milwaukee M12 one here is phenomenal, as well as this GearWrench one. I've been using it for a couple weeks, been using this one for a couple years sporadically, but more so in the last couple of months. Really great options there for headlamps. So guys, in editing the video, I realized I left out two very important lights. One of them being my Coast Slayer Pro, because it's always in my pocket and I totally forgot it was in there, and the new Milwaukee M18 boom light. Now, both of these are phenomenal lights. This one is slim, goes in your pocket very easily. As you can see, it's kind of roughed up here because I've been carrying it every single day. Has a dual beam on the end, super bright, lights up really, really well, and has great battery life. Has a USB Type-C rechargeability here on the tail end, and is a great light for a great price. The M18 boom light I have used a lot on the farm, a lot on my equipment, and again, as time has changed, it's getting darker much earlier. This thing has been a real lifesaver. It's great for anything. A super strong magnet on the bottom of it. Great run time on it, no matter what battery you put in it. Has a super strong magnet, so you can stick it up just about anywhere that you have ferrous material, and has a lot of bendability and conformability in how you can angle it and point the light. And even with that strong magnet, it comes off super easy with the pull handle that pushes it up off of whatever surface it's stuck on. Moving back behind us, we have a big smorgasbord here from Vessel. Vessel Japan, of course, those phenomenal screwdrivers, some of the best you can buy anywhere. You guys know I love the 220 USB rechargeable. I've used this one for many years now, and the battery has actually just died on that one. I haven't used it in a while. I was using this one yesterday, which is the limited edition color. Love these now that they have the 3-speed option in them compared to the old one here that was a 1-speed. But recently, just at SEMA, they released for the holidays the gold edition here. So black with the gold. You get the rechargeable screwdriver, you get a set of bits there, and you get a set of L keys. I'll try to link that down below if anyone wants to pick that up for a gift for the holidays for themselves or a significant other or someone in the family. That's a great one. Again, I've got several of these, use them all the time, love them. So that new black and gold is pretty sharp, to say the least. Another thing that's new from Vessel is the gel grip, the comfort gels here. Recently picked them up, haven't used them too much, but man, they are super soft and super grippy and just great addition to the collection. Now, as far as all time goes, the Vessel wood compos here and the Megadoras are some of my favorites. Use them all the time. If you're working on anything from Japan, ATVs, four-wheelers, or any vehicles, you definitely need some JIS Vessel screwdrivers because they're the best of the best, in all honesty, as well as the nut drivers down here that have the same wood compote handles on them, and they're about wore out where you can't see the name anymore. But another phenomenal thing from Vessel. Any Vessel screwdriver you get, you will not be disappointed by. Moving on from there, we've got another new tool for me this year. This is from Vividia, and this is something I have been dreaming about for years, and they brought it to reality at a phenomenal price point. And that is a borescope combined with a grabber tool. So not only can you now grab what you need, you can see as you go to grab it. And it's got an LED light on the end to light up what you're going to grab. Now, it's hanging up a little bit because I got it corkscrewed up right now. But great tool. So you've got the option to put the grabber on there, see what you're grabbing as you go down inside of an engine bay. And there's also a threaded magnetic adapter there if you're going after something ferrous and you can't quite grab it with this because it's a little bit too bulky. You can pick it up with the magnet. I think this thing is about $100 or roundabout, and it is a great tool. It saved me a couple of times already this year in fishing stuff out of engine bays. Moving on from there, we've got the Lock and Lube. This is something that I have used for a couple of years now in their pneumatic, the Lock and Lube tire chuck for refilling your tires and popping it on those Schrader valves and not having to hold that chuck on there. But finally got the Lock and Lube for the grease gun, what they're started as and what they're known for. And it works just as good, if not better, than the Air one. And, just pop it on all those grease certs. And you guys know I got all that Bobcat equipment. And it just makes it so much easier going around and greasing up and getting those machines ready for a day of work. Next up, coming to the end here, we've got the Ingersoll Rand DXS2. Saw this at SEMA, got a sample, been using it for a couple weeks now, and it's a great impact. Not only does it have a lot of power to it and a lot of comfortability to it, we got a great light on the front here that is dimmable and can be used as a standalone for a work light. And the big thing about the DXS2 is the interchangeability of the anvils on this. So they have the drive sockets that go in place of the anvil, so you're not losing that torque, not losing anything in the slot between a square drive and a standard socket. You're keyed directly into the hammering mechanism, or you can turn your impact between a 3/8, a 3/4, or a 1/2 inch. You can also add in extensions, so you can extend your anvil and use it for a tire gun and anything like that. So another great innovation from Ingersoll Rand. Coming to the final stretch here, we've got a solar generator from Jackery. Now, this isn't quite automotive themed, but I've had it for a couple of months now and absolutely love this thing. You plug it up, it charges in no time with the solar panels that come with it. I think it's under $200 right now for Black Friday, Cyber Monday deals. Charge up my laptop, charge up my phones, my DJI microphones, GoPro, all that stuff on the go. It's the largest size lithium battery pack you can bring on an airplane with you, and it's just been great so far at being able to keep all my gear charged up for filming videos and going to tool shows and all that. It's just one of those great things to have and not going to break the bank either. And last but certainly not least, we've got the Radiator Genie Pro from Lisle. And this has been a godsend as far as my equipment is concerned. They have two different lengths of hoses or attachments on these, and you can run it with air, with the air chuck included, or you can unscrew it and put it on a garden hose and use it with water. Now, I use this all the time for blowing out the cooling pack in my Bobcat compact track loaders, for blowing out the radiator, blowing out the condenser, getting all of that chaff and stuff out of there, hay, grass, what have you. Phenomenal for that. Also great for blowing out radiators, condensers in cars, trucks, anything that you can get this one down, it will blow it back out. Now, I've used the IPA air comb in the past, and I believe it might have been in one of my videos in the past for great tools. But the thing about the IPA air comb is it's got all those holes down the side. Now, all that pressure gets dissipated across all those holes down the side of the wand. This has one tip and one outlet, so all of that airflow, all of that pressure is coming out right there in a blade where you can get more pressure to what you're trying to blow out and blow it out more efficiently and more effectively. So guys, that'll do it for the best tools of 2024. This had a lot more in it than last year's, and we're going to try to continue this on as a new tradition, doing an overview of my favorite and best tools each year. Let me know in the comment section down below your thoughts and feelings on my list. What would you have added, and what do you think shouldn't be on here? Any of this stuff that you've got, let me know your opinions on it. Do you like it? Do you not like it? And again, is there something that I didn't mention or didn't talk about this year that you discovered that I should try out or I should use? Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Happy holidays to you and a happy new year. I'll see you guys in the next video.